Hey everyone, it's Roma here from Elektronity, together with Yusuf Kifa, and tonight we've got Sanjeev Raj from KOKL. Right,
Woo!
Sanjeev,
What's up?
Hey
how's
guys,
it
thanks for
going?
having me, man.
I miss
Good
Q.
to
I
see
miss Q.
old faces. Haven't seen you guys in the ages.
Yowie, I'm really miss
Tell us about
Q.
it. So
Thank you, man.
Sanjeev, tell us a little bit more about your background at KO.
Okay, so I started off as a DJ. Been DJing a couple of years, then I became a promoter. Then I worked on a couple of festivals, and then I got involved in Kyo. I worked with the Kyo Singapore team first. So then when they came here, I worked with them. And yeah, I ended up becoming their entertainment manager.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
the rest is history, as they say.
Entertainment manager, that's a
Yeah.
heavy role. Alright, can you tell us in one sentence what KO is all about?
Okay, I'm actually going to read this out because there was a point in time where I knew this by heart, but that was the house of Kyo tempers with minimalism and industrial chic in
Mm-hmm.
an intersection of its Japanese undertones to
Mm-hmm.
create an explorative space and journey into the underground. So
Hmm.
to short form sikit, let's Kyo je lah. Man, I miss saying that a lot.
Let's Q.
So Kyo has been like the best underground bunker, I would say, for like techno event or trance event.
Thank you.
There's no other place like Kyo in KL,
Hmm.
Thank you.
right? Okay, so at Kyo, which event is the most significant event that you've organized and why?
Oh man, I'd say the ones. I mean, I did a lot of very, very memorable shows bringing artists to Malaysia for the first time. But I think the two shows that hold a really special place in my heart is first was Talib Kweli. It was like a live hip hop show. It
Mm-hmm.
was an old cool
Hmm.
cat, and man, it was just the energy, and he just got it like he came, he put on the show, he rapped everybody like everyone from Kanye to Wu-Tang Clan, and it was just unbelievable energy. And of course, I think the one where crowd wise and also energy wise was Black Coffee lah. That was just mind blowing event lah.
Hmm.
I didn't expect it to turn out like that at all. I think it was like 2,000 people and we turned up 200 people away. So for the Kyo side of things, yeah, and of course, sorry, I can't forget because Kyo was also involved with Circle Loco. But that was more of an outdoor event, yeah.
Right, right,
Hmm.
right. So back to Kyo, but
Mhm.
Sokoloko can be highlighted later. All right. So back to
Okay.
Kyo. Is there anything you feel like Kyo is missing out on? I mean, like in most of your shows, is there anything Kyo missing out on?
Uh, I mean, we could always do things better. I think every show was a learning experience. I think the one thing, of course, Kyo was all about its minimalism and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the one thing I would have loved to do more is I think put a bit more of I can't find the right for it
Mm-hmm.
like effects and stuff. Like I think we were what's the word restricted because our ceilings were very low.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And, so we couldn't put on like too crazy props or like mental like laser shows and the CO2 guns and stuff. That would be cool for some shows, not for every night because then
Mm-hmm.
that would be too cheesy.
Too
But
hectic, too
yeah, so
hectic.
there were a lot of things we wanted to do. But yeah, the ceilings are too low, so yeah, we were quite restricted, and that's it.
All
Hmm.
right, all right. Whenever you host international guests at Kyo, right? Do you have like the same pre, during, and post event routine, or it's always different every time?
I think it's pretty standard lah. You take them out for a meal. If they're there a day early, we show them the club, or we show them. I like to show them around KL. If they're there early, so I'll take them to like Iron Ferries or if they want to check out Zouk, I'll take them there. So happy to show them around. They go to the mall. They want to go to Lawyat, but pretty straightforward like just makan and then go to the club. And then if they want after party, they after party. If they want to go makan again, they makan. Or they want to balik tidur, then I je after party lah.
Pretty much the same routine.
Yeah.
Right, right. Okay. With that being said, and you've hosted, hip hop events, techno, trance, and all that. In your experience, what do you think is the general perceptions of Malaysians regarding electronic music and its culture in Malaysia?
If you want to talk about perception, I mean, I guess it was the norm. It was commercial. It wasn't as close knit like how it used to be. Like it was a good thing. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. Like it was
Hmm.
good that very easily accessible. Of course, I being a bit of a music snob, I didn't agree with some music.
Okay.
but it was nice to see how it grew, and took in people that I never thought would have listened to underground music. And then I was also a bit snobbish at the start, but I also then realized how it was important, because it's with underground music, it sort of transitioned. So EDM sort of like dying off, and then trance was coming up again, and you had different forms of trance. Then you had now people going back to doing techno, like techno now is like the new EDM, and everybody wants to be Charlotte DeWitt and Emily Lenz and all these people. So it's a nice transition, seeing the kids also who started off with EDM now listening to stuff I play. So yeah, so I would say it's very mature, not just Malaysia but worldwide. When it comes to electronic music. So yeah, it's just crazy, like seeing so many different genres in a city the size of KL. And mind you, if you actually look at the population of KL who actually go out clubbing, is still quite small compared to those who don't party and drink. But it was
True.
still a very very healthy scene. So I was very proud to be a part of that, and to see that.
And with the ever growing demand out there, how do you ensure that your consumers' demand are met when it comes to Kyo?
So going back to our question, I think I worked with an incredible team that was always had their ears on the ground, and like uh, our ops team would always be in communication with, like, you guys. You used to come every week, right? So we would always, like, we had a good on ground team that connected well with the customers that come in, whether it was hip hop, trance, whatever,
Mhm.
and then they would feed it back to us. Of course, we'd also have to look at the scene in general, right? So it was always about trying to stay one ahead of the game, and yeah, like, just trying to appease our customers and what their needs are, and trying to figure out what's the next big thing's going to be.
Okay, what are your thoughts on event cancellations by authorities or other entities like NGO?
They never really sit down with the stakeholders. Like, when you say stakeholders, is people like us, industry people, and it goes all the way down to your bar staff and stuff. You
Yep.
cannot sit in your ivory tower in Putrajaya and make decisions thinking you know what's best, when there's a whole industry here that contributes a lot to the economy. Mind you, like, they contribute a lot. You want to say haram or not haram is irrelevant. You take the money either way you're taking the money, right? So don't talk about haram and not haram. You're still taking
True.
the money. So you make rash decisions and then cancel, and then it affects so many one. It's like, because
Right.
money is already spent, and you're not gonna cover that.
True.
Insurance is not gonna cover it. So it's stupid, and it hurts the economy, it hurts the industry, it hurts the country in the long term. I remember there was one point there was so many cancellations with thirst and stuff,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, it was just like, and then we reached a point that when people wanted to do shows here, it was so hard to sell tickets, and I don't blame them, because everyone would be like, I show cancel one. It's business should be straightforward, right? And everybody wins, but when you got to do things so not above the books and stuff, it's just it hurts, like, it hurts your bottom line.
Right. So, do you think we as a scene can change or should do something about it?
This scene, look, man, I mean, you guys are younger than me, you probably have more energy. I am jaded lah. I've seen so much, my years in Cure and the years before. I've seen so much hurt and pain. I really, I have a lot of respect for, especially, I always say, like people like Iqbal, and I know Iqbal for a long time. His drive, his energy to still fight. Hats off to that lah, because I'm a bit jaded lah. I'm like uncle already. But at the same, but yeah, you guys shouldn't give up. You should keep fighting.
That being said, do you think that okay, do you think collaboration is a solution that can elevate our scene, or is competition a better solution?
From the time I started, I am 1,010% for collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is why. This is something I always used to preach, right? I say I love Kyo, I love my club,
Mm-hmm.
but I love my country more. I love my city more, and I want an artist or a tourist to come, not just to talk about Kyo, but to talk about, wow, what amazing scene KL is, right?
Right. Talk about booking artists, right? How do you balance out international and local talents?
Being a local artist myself,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's important. The scene pushes the local artists. Look, man, at the end of the day, it's my local boys, especially my hip hop boys, they're my money makers, man. You know, your Masha, your Biggie, your Ash, your Nashik, Cooler. These guys are the ones who sweat blood every week without fail, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta give the scene. Your any scene in the world is nothing without its local artists.
What is your stance on drug abuse issues at music festivals and nightlife in general here in Malaysia?
I speak freely about this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Please do. Please do.
I go to ADE. I go to Amsterdam a lot, music conference. I've done many festivals in Europe, and you can talk about morality and what is right and what is wrong. But if you look at facts, and this is cold hard facts, if you go to countries like Holland and certain parts of like UK and stuff, where they're not saying it's like I'm not saying legalize anything, but educate, right?
Right. So over here, if I think if we set up a booth to promote harm reduction publicly during events or festivals, right, we will have problem with the authorities as we are like attracting unwanted attention.
You can't push that without the authorities saying, it's not
Mm-hmm.
like as much as I want to do it, it has to be approved by the authorities first,
Mm-hmm.
like no doctor is also going to say like he also scared. He's like, oh, then the police will come after me. So yeah, this is something that comes from top bottom.
Mm-hmm.
We can educate all we want, but the moment if I put out a flyer saying, hey, this pill is bad, don't do this, right, the police are gonna come and hunt down my ass. They're gonna pull my permit and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this,
They will label you as advocating it.
yeah, they got what they call it, drug sex party or something nonsense, like they give some stupid label to that.
So it's safe to say that you agree if we promote harm reduction publicly in Malaysia.
Yeah, 100%.
So where would be your dream local venue to host your event?
I think KL Pack is such a nice area to do.
Okay.
Okay,
KL
okay.
Yeah,
Pack.
yeah. It's a
It's
very nice,
indoor.
it's very nice. Like it's like a beautiful garden, and it's just that'd be such a sick venue to do an outdoor event.
Right.
And it can be like EDM or hip hop or house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, there's one thing I always wanted to do. Jalan Nagasari, where last Pisco and all this
Mm-hmm.
that stretch.
That okay, that's right. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. I would love to do a block party there. So
Yo.
close
Ooh,
one end. Close
nice.
because it's just a nice size. So you close one end, like so towards the end where the car park is, build a stage,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
then it's just only crowd here, and then every bar you open to the public with the
Mm-hmm.
like all the bars are open, and it's just like a full on like block party. Like you have to see like Dave
Right,
Chappelle's block
right,
party. Yeah, that'd
right.
be such a sick place
Like a
to do it.
street rave, like a street rave.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
You
that'd
exactly,
be
know what?
sick,
exactly.
man.
So that's all the 10 questions have been asked. All right, so it's a wrap for today. Sanjeev, do you have any shout out to do?
I just wanna, man, I don't wanna name names. I wanna give a shout out to firstly the people I used to work with in Kyo.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a lot of them for a long time. The world has changed and life took us on very painful different parts. But I have a lot of love for them and everyone I worked in the team with, and my colleagues and my peers in all the other venues.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, all the different promoters, the clubs, the DJs. Shout out to all of them. The guys who built the scene for years, lah. I have a lot of love, mad love and respect. Older, younger, same age. So big shout out to all of them. And most importantly, the guys who make the party, man. You guys, man. The fans,
Oh.
the punters. We are nothing without you guys. So shout out to everyone who made all our venues, all our parties, successes. I'm missing all those faces. Can't believe some of these faces I haven't seen in almost 2 years. Which I used to see them like 3 times a week and be like, "Hey, kau tak balik rumah, is it?"
And
So
now you
yeah,
miss
shout out to
them.
all of
And
them,
now
man.
you miss them.
I actually do miss them, man. That's why I always like, "Hey, kau tak balik rumah, is it? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday still here, is it?" But yeah, I do miss them. So shout out to all of them, man. I hope our shit comes back stronger than ever next year. I'm not gonna lie, I have my doubts, but if it does, I'll be the happiest person on earth.
Okay, yeah, so that's about it. There you go, guys. Sanjeev from Kyo, Kuala Lumpur. Hope to catch you next year. Thank you, Sanjeev.
Hopefully.
Thank you for
Thanks,
doing
guys.
this.
Thanks, guys. It'll be an honor to have me on your show.
All
Take care. Be
right.
safe.
Alright.
Okay.